I've done one page of notes because
You vented.
it was a bit hectic. Like, say, no, it wasn't hectic. Like, that's crazy lie. But yeah, it's been busy literally all day. It started off even from the F1. Like, I never even woke up at 6 o'clock, bro. What kind of fan am I?
Neither did I. I'm not going to lie.
But you know, it's
To be fair, I saw what you said in the group chat. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll chat.
well, no,
But
but
anyway,
no.
how are you, my man?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
Yeah, been good.
It's been all right. You know, just
Keeping well. You look well.
Thank you very much. Apart from
What's
the
with
hair,
that?
but you know,
I was going to say, what's with that Johnny Bravo?
this
going on?
I don't even know what's going on. I was wearing a hat.
I don't know why I'm talking. I've got the same thing going on here.
But
like everywhere else is, yeah, same. I try to do that.
I tried to, but then I realized that I'm actually balding, and I'm not into it. So I'm gonna stop doing that.
And this is only an audio, and it's not going out live.
It doesn't matter. I don't want people to know that I'm balding, even though they will know now. But
just so they know, they can relate. It happens to the best of them. Even man like Larry and Ricky, the balding. It's part of life.
Rick, can I be honest? Right, I'm not gonna. This is gonna sound weird.
Got a great head of hair,
bro. I'm not even lying. Yeah, what's going on there? Like, I want to know your secret, bro. What's your secret?
My wife buys expensive shampoo.
Because obviously I know your family. And
you know my old man exactly.
Yeah, your old man, and I'm just saying, like, you know, he's kind of like my old man, but I've taken after him, whereas you haven't.
There's that thing, isn't it? They say you take after your uncles. They say you take after your uncles. I don't know if that's for you. For me, it's quality because my uncles have got like rugs on top of their head. Literally rugs.
My uncle's got like a rug that's been stepped on a few times.
No, a used rug, eh? That he got from the car boot sale.
We're strictly talking about toupees and fake hairs here, by the way. Let's just.
I just clicked on what you said.
Yeah, look. I'm just thought I'd point that out because it's a question I've been meaning to ask you for many years throughout our friendship, and I just wanted to know, man. But yeah, you're right. It's genetics, really. It's genetics.
I don't know whether it's genetics. I don't know whether it's because now you got me looking at myself. I'm literally. Like, as the listeners need to know this.
Go on.
I'm looking at myself. I'm doing nothing else but just looking. I'm like, and I'm like, do you know what? Larry's right. To be fair, it's not too bad.
I'm just saying, man, you've even got like these parts here where like sort of, you know what I mean?
The line is fully there.
I don't know if you can see it on camera, but like, can you see how much I'm missing from that end? So
again, he's talking about his hairline. He's not talking about anything else other than hair.
That happened a long time ago. All right, listen. But like I've made a decision though, and I've even said to my wife, like once it starts going up here at the top, then it's time to shave it off, and then I'm going to go bald. Yeah, I'm going to go bald with a beard, man.
Like, go full Anelka.
I'm going to have to rock that look, to be honest. Like Thierry Henry when he came back to Arsenal, yeah.
Henry back at Arsenal loves that. Yeah,
I need a bit of a tan though because you know I'm pretty sure the top of my head is really white.
I was going to say yes, it would be. Would it?
I need to go like SPF 72 million or something. You know, it's. Anyways, look,
just on that region, just on
the top. Look, Rick. Okay, that's enough about my hairline. What's going on?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
You good? I'm not going to give you no more.
I'm being complimented about my hairline. I can't stop staring at myself now on this little bit of screen that I can see of myself, and I'm like, do you know what? You're right, to be fair. The hair is still there.
Right. So, do you know what it is, right? It's
although, the compliments. To be fair, it's tricky, right? Let me tell you, let me hit you this. Maybe it's slightly misleading because as you are going from the front, I'm more than likely losing the crown from the back. Which I cannot see because I'm 6+. And I'm like, you know, people can't see. But there's no mirror like to try and lift you and tilt it. But you know what I'll do? I will go and ask my missus tomorrow and be like, Am I thinning a bit up here?
Yeah, I think I am.
She says, and then I will tell you on the next pod.
Yeah, I think I am already. Like, cause you know my test, right? This is the test. Yeah, I don't know if people do this yet, but like, if you touch the top of your head, yeah, where you feel like you've got the most hair, like if you don't feel your hand get really warm straight away, that means there's hair like there in the
hot,
right? Yeah, you're balding. So if you don't feel too much heat coming back from your head skin, if you will, right, that means you've got enough hair. Yeah. But if I move down up here, and like so the top of the crown, I can feel the heat straight away, and it's like
no insulation there whatsoever, just straight on the fire.
It's going that way. So yeah, at some point you're going to see me bald, and it's going to be hilarious. But anyway, look, Rick,
listen, because we go
I complimented you enough, right? Because that's unfortunately for you, that's the only thing that I can do for you today. Okay,
that is literally the only thing that you. Well, you can do a lot of things for me today, but let's keep it PG and keep it on that level there.
I'm not going to give you a milli, bro. Like I've told you about this, all right? You're gonna have to work hard, fam. You're gonna have to work hard.
Drop a verse. Drop a milli verse right now.
what I was talking about. You got to work hard to write them lyrics, bro.
To be fair, you said that is a quality tune.
It's a quality tune.
Quality tune. But now listen, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Glad to hear it.
But obviously, again, we're here for football. We're here for sports. We're here for charts. We're here for bands, and that's what the listeners have tuned in for as well. So, with that said, welcome to stick my teeth in. Tash got in my way there.
Yeah,
welcome to Tash Mike Guys with your boys Ricky and Larry.
You need to cut that, bro. You need to cut that. It's touching your teeth.
It's too much. Exactly. That's exactly where you got caught, in the middle of the teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, welcome everybody.
Use it for flossing, don't you? Use it for flossing. That's what it is.
You think I would, but there's an idea now.
Wow. Do you use it to sort of brush your gums or something like that? You know what I mean?
Just between the gums and the teeth, right on that.
You just heard that noise. That's what he's doing right now. But here we are yet again, Rick, and I'm trying to put this off as much as I can. I'll be honest with you, because I've got absolutely nothing good to say at all.
No, you're not. You've got nothing good. Well, if you haven't got anything good to say, anyway. Now, listen. We're going to start with something good.
Few bad things.
We're going to start with something good, and something good is
Red Bull.
Back. We're here again. We're stimulating. We're coming through your speakers. Tash Mike Guys. But anyway, pal. Listen, let's start with you, because your game was, I'd like to say your game was first, but your game was effectively
at the same time.
They're all at the same time. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch it because I was trying to look for an illegal stream somewhere to try and watch Chelsea. No, I'm only joking. Obviously, with us, I'm sure the listeners know now. So
we subscribe to
we subscribe to foreign channels as well, to which we pay our legal tender to.
Wait, sorry. I thought you were going to go with we are foreign, so we don't tend to pay for our channels.
I was trying to do it the other way, because that's like the Dave Chappelle jokes where he goes, the Chinese lady said, Dave Chappelle, I'm never buying your DVDs. And he goes, with all due respect, ma'am, Chinese people don't buy DVDs. Obviously, he makes a joke, but it's not racist because his wife is Asian too, and so on. But anyway,
it's not racist.
Let's slide.
It is what it is.
Dave Chappelle said it. It's not.
It's not racist, exactly. Go talk to Netflix. Look, before we talk about Arsenal, can we just take a little bit of time just to dedicate to F1 right at the beginning, because I didn't watch the race. Can I say, right? I got up. I'm not even joking you, right? Without an alarm, my eyes were wide open. My eyes were wide open. Yeah. So the other way, my eyes were wide open, right? At 10 to 6. At 10 to 6 in the morning, I was like, and I had a split decision to make. Do I turn the TV on, turn the laptop on, put my password in, go to Now TV, sign in there, or do I just roll over and go back to sleep? And I'm not going to lie, it was probably the best sleep. It was the best sleep I had. It was very, very nice, where I didn't want to wake up. So I didn't watch the race. I'm guessing you didn't either, because if we got paid for it, hey, I'd watch the race. I'd be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I even debated about getting up, because I heard you, obviously when we spoke last time, I asked you the timings and so on. And for me, it's the major excitement is on now is lights out. And from the highlights, obviously it was a little bit, but I'll let you get more into it. But yeah, for me, I'll be honest with you, bro, I didn't get up. I didn't get up. But you're right. If this is to become like a career out of this, bro, I'll be up at all times watching any sports and all sports. Yeah.
I won't even go to sleep. Yeah, but at some point I'll go to sleep on weekends or something.
Weekends my password.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get on.
I've got a very good song about that. But anyway, that's for a different podcast if you want to hear that song.
Maybe at the end of the podcast,
maybe we could do that. Yeah,
it's called stimulation.
It's called Screen's Gone Blank, and it's about a guy who's working from home, but his computer doesn't work, and he has to somehow get
at the beginning of the pod.
We'll do that at the end. Maybe another pod. It doesn't matter, right? So, but yeah, no, look, with the race, I watched the highlights. It was from the weekend. I genuinely watched FP3 and qualifying, because they were the only ones that obviously, it was Saturday morning, so I was like, screw it, I'm going to get up. So I watched qualifying. Again, no surprise. Max right at the beginning smashed it. He did like 4 laps altogether in Q3, like in Q1, 2, and 3, and he just smashed them all. Went back to the pits. He was like, "All right, I guess I can do another lap then." So that's what he did, and he smashed that as well.
Yeah, so did he come like a 128 or 129? Yeah, everybody was like in the 30s.
Yeah, he was at least half a second in front of everyone. Like by the time the Q3 ended. So after that, that's why I didn't really get up for the race, because I thought he's dominated all weekend. FP1, FP2, FP3 qualifying, dominated.
Yeah.
It was going to be absolutely no different unless a crash or a malfunction in the car, which apparently doesn't happen. Which apparently doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So
not to Red Bull. Well, apart from retiring Perez.
So I was going to say,
have you caught up?
I was going to say, I caught up with that. Obviously, the lads in the group, they helped me with the catch up as well. So, and I watched the highlights, and I'll be honest with you, and that's probably the most exciting thing that actually happened. It's like, how do you retire a car because he's damaged, and then you bring him back on just to do what? I don't understand. What was it, like 6 laps, 15 laps behind or something?
It fucking takes a piss. Yeah,
there was no need for it. It was
literally probably more like for data gathering than anything else.
That's
preparing for next season.
Yeah, just go test the tires out. Pirelli wants us to. I don't know what the hell they were doing. There was no feasible reason for him to go back after that many laps. He was never going to win. What's the point? Save the car in it, like, or fix the car,
save
whatever.
Fuel, be sustainable, do something.
Yeah,
they're trying to compete about this bitch about like all about sustainability and greenhouse. But yeah, man, I just don't understand Red Bull sometimes.
I don't understand what happened there. And obviously, like, there was a bit of chatter throughout the weekend about Red Bull, whether they're going to, are they performing legally, that type of stuff, but nothing seems to have come out of it. I know we discussed this on Friday. We discussed on Friday. So there you go. Like, even the experts are like, having that conversation, not blaming, but at least having that conversation with the press and all that kind of stuff. So it's good.
We are the experts, Paul. What do you mean, even the experts? We are the experts. We started it. We were the catalyst for this conversation.
There's levels of expertise, and for us, we've just we've broken into that level just because of that conversation on Friday. We've just broken into it. So but yeah, apart from that, there wasn't much excitement. McLaren, obviously, they're doing well now. Piastri and
how is that possible? I'm so impressed with that. By the way, I'm so impressed because obviously, if anybody who's listened to this, if they go back to the episode, I am a huge McLaren fan. We've discussed it many times. Due to the Hakkinen days and the Marlboro on the wing. Those Ferrari but West. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to link it to before anybody says that's Ferrari, mate. But I was obviously linking into the fact of the competition between the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it was just like those days. And when I saw them come back, like when I saw 1-2 or not 1-2, 2-3, I was like, oh wow. And that's why I got so excited about the start, and especially the lights out. It was really, but Max Verstappen does what Max does. He was defending to the left, defending to the right, and then after that, he just was more like a kind of catch me if you can sort of thing.
That's all it was.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even finish all the highlights, so I didn't even know Perez came back on. I heard about it again from the chat, with the lads, but I didn't see him come back on or anything. I was just like, nah. And that's what Formula One's been for me recently. It's just been effectively, like the boys said as well, 2 to 10, 2 to 8.
Yeah, that's it.
See, there's the competition there. That's racing, but again, it just misses something because it's not for the top spot. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's where it just misses something.
It's the
you
prestige
just feel to yourself,
of it,
that's it. Just something is missing, and I don't know why I'm doing my fingers as an Italian.
That's good though. That's good because trying to get Ferrari going. Trying to get Ferrari going. That's Monza, isn't it?
No, it really wasn't.
But yeah. So I'm waiting to watch because I think tomorrow the 30-minute highlights come out, so I'm going to watch the full of that. But I've only watched, I've only watched a 7-minute highlight, the short version. So it just Max went away. Ferraris, there was a great battle. Lewis Hamilton, by the way, he had a great battle with George Russell.
They did.
It was really good. I really enjoyed that because again, he was even though he doesn't need to prove anything, he's still like. There's been a lot of chat that George is beating me, so let me just show him who's boss here. Elbows out, taking it, and then even George on the radio was like, "Oh, are we racing each other? Or are we racing them?" It's like, well, bro,
you're racing. Full stop.
You're racing. That's it. You're on the track, mate. Like, you're not here to do any favors. So and like I said, Red Bull, another constructors title. I think that's the number 6 for them now. Number 6.
6.
Number 6. 2 from Max. No, where's it? 2 from Max? 3 from Max, isn't it?
3 from Max. Yeah, 3 from Max, because he won it last year, didn't he?
That's
and then he won it the year before when
Mercedes, so it was 2 from Max. So Mercedes actually won 2020. 2021.
Sorry, constructors, they won it, but Max took the drivers.
He took the drivers, So this is about to be Max's third, the second with Red Bull. And, we can't even say it's been a team effort. It's just been Max Verstappen. So, Sergio Perez, I feel sorry for him.
Anyway, to be best.
No.
At the beginning, he was getting all right, but recently, I don't know how he's fallen off so far. So he needs to buckle up because he'll lose a seat. They'll look for somebody straight away.
If they haven't already.
If stay on that trajectory that they're on now, I can see them being next year. Again, a lot can happen from now till next year, but I can see McLaren, hopefully, fingers crossed, they can do something and actually start challenging because the two drivers are really talented.
Very
Piastri
talented.
and Nando. quality drivers, young drivers as well. Mind you, Piastri's not that young, is he? No, he is. It's De Vries that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of De Vries, the guy who joined, who's like 32 rookie.
De Vries, the fries.
De Vries, yeah.
But the fries. But you're right. Obviously, with the McLaren boys, very talented. Obviously, still young. There's been chat about Lando maybe even taking a seat at Red Bull. I won't be surprised. That'd be a very good competition.
I don't think he'll go because he doesn't want to be in the shadow.
Exactly.
I think no matter what they say, he'll be Max's number 2. He'll be 2 to Max. That's it.
I agree. And in the chats, they were even saying I don't know how Max would react to that. And I'm thinking, damn, if they're asking the questions, then obviously they can't get anyone who can potentially go toe to toe with Max. That's why Sergio Perez is the perfect teammate when you actually think about it.
Yeah.
They know he's not going to do anything. It's like, Sergio crashed. It's only Sergio. He crashed. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry.
It's cool. Sometimes he gets his moments, which is great. And obviously, most of the time this season has been very poor. And I don't know how maybe the car just isn't set up for him. The car has to be set up. Let's say it's set up equally, but Max so obviously equally, but to Max's advantage. Do you know what I mean? So you have to drive like Max.
There's a little bit of changes, those millimeters here and there before it adds up to like half a second, and then all of a sudden you're like day and night. But one thing I wanted to comment, maybe you can correct me on this, is I never get to see Checo's pit crew. I always see Max Verstappen's pit crew. Never see Checo's pit crew. When they've got two, is it because obviously they both got a separate garage and they all got like the different race control person who communicates to them and so on. But I never get. Is it the same pit crew for both cars?
No, it's they've got 2 different pit crews, so they've got the 2 different lots of mechanics.
Because in the garage they're separate when they sat on the chairs looking at the screens with their helmets on and stuff. I always see Max's because there's that black guy on there on the team.
That's right.
He did a podcast a while ago, but obviously that's how I know him from, because he did this podcast and he talked about how he got into Formula One, which is really interesting. Obviously for a different time we'll talk about that. But then it got me thinking. Never see Checo's pit crew. Never.
Yeah, you're right. Or every time you see them is when he crashes, and then
when he crashes, exactly. It's never like a. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know if there's. Obviously, I don't know if there's an agenda, but yeah. So I don't really want to go too much into F1 without watching, at least the full 30-minute highlights and a bit more detail. Yeah. So, but from what I saw, it seemed like an interesting race. Like even in the group, they said 2nd to 10th was really interesting. Hamilton, from what I saw in the highlights, again very good, very impressive. Love to see it. The defense, the fire is still in him. Just needs obviously a better car. Ferrari boys, Sainz was sixth, and Leclerc was 4th.
Yeah, he overtook him, didn't he? I think Russell, for 6th.
Yeah, he did, and it was very good. It was very good, like from Sainz again. But next year, or 2025, 2026, whatever it is, I think there's going to be new rule changes. So I'm just hoping like there's going to be if there's 4 cars or 5 cars competing, like you got Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, 4 cars competing at the top. That is just excellent, because you've got the top 8 drivers. Oh, and Rick has gone. He has disappeared. I don't even know. That was weird. That's never happened before.
What freaked me out is the fact that I literally did that. I looked at myself as I was taking that picture, and then you sent it to me looking like that. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Where's that laptop from?
It's just me, bro. It's just me. Don't worry about it.
Bro. I'm telling you. I was like, what Freaky Friday shit is this?
Right, okay, we're back. Obviously, we've had some technical difficulties. The screen's gone blank again. So someone needs us to, someone needs to hear that song. That's, what I thought. What I said.
That's what it is.
Someone needs to hear that song. It's but I think I need my the other part of the duo for this as well. You know what I mean? I need my other friend Bobby for this to sing it along.
Yeah.
He does the verses. I do the hooks. Anyway, we're back. Sorry, just real quick. I'm just going to finish it on F1. Congrats to Red Bull. Excellent, blah, blah, blah. Good luck on finding your next driver, because obviously Checo's going. And competition, hopefully that we can get that at some point as well. 4 cars.
It's needed for the race, isn't it? It's needed for the sport, not the race. It's needed for the sport.
It is, yeah. It is.
Because I think slowly they'll start to lose fans right now. A lot of people with new money will kind of look to go into it because it seems to be like the cool thing that the rich people do. So that's what I mean by new money.
It's a cool thing, though, isn't it?
I know, but people who love the sport, if it continues to be Red Bull, you're going to really struggle to kind of grab the average audience. Because you and I will watch it because we're looking for 10 to 2nd to 10 or 2nd to 8. And other people like in our group chat, some of the boys chatting as well. But to kind of attract new audience, if you're just hearing Verstappen, Red Bull, if it's not Verstappen, Red Bull, you're like, meh, it's no point.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We know what's going to happen.
I agree.
It's a bit like watching Bundesliga. You're like, meh, we know Bayern's going to win it. And they have for 11 years straight.
Yeah, no, that's true, isn't it? And probably that's going to still continue on right now. So yeah, total dominance like that, it's not needed. So, right, well, let's talk a bit about football because
Start us off. How are you feeling? Because that was the big game of the weekend, wasn't it?
Do you actually think I'm going to go first? I'm going to go first. Screw it.
You are going to go first.
I'm going to go first. Screw it.
I've got a page and a half of notes, but half of the page, effectively half a page.
It's just you swearing, isn't it?
No. I'm not swearing. To be fair, I've got some. I like to. I feel decent, but I've made some notes on Man United as well. But anyway, let's go Arsenal, Chelsea, and then we'll finish off with the rest.
Well, I'll be honest with you, right? I haven't written that many notes because it was one of
Everything
those.
Everything is fuck.
No, because it wasn't that bad. But, I mean, yeah. I'll let me say that at the end, man. I will say that. I will say it. Okay, I'll say it.
Don't take it away from me.
Yeah, don't take it away from me, man. People think I'm a hypocrite. So, but look, I didn't. Obviously, I watched the match fully. But at the same time, I was aware that it was going to be a difficult one and a real test. So I was trying to keep myself occupied whilst I was sat down. I had the laptop open, doing this, making some notes like from what I saw. But yeah, I was trying to keep my mind off it because I just feel like if I watched it with 100% focus, I think I probably would have lost it a little bit more. But because I just kept, looking up and it's like, oh, okay, and then look back down, look back, I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. But you know what I mean? Like it was one of those match watching experiences where I was like, yeah, okay, I know I'm nervous. So, and I was. It was a test, as it obviously proved to be at the very end. But a couple of things: no Trossard, no Martinelli. So effectively, our left side was pretty much not up to speed at all.
Left?
It was Nketiah / Jesus. Yeah, they kept sort of switching over, but Jesus, I can understand maybe on the right because he's had experience there, but to put him on the left, where you've usually played him central, it's a bit complicated. It's changing too much, and like I said, no Trossard, no Martinelli, so two players that are really vital to our attacking 4, attacking 3. Not playing. For Trossard, it was like a lunchtime thing. But by lunchtime they found out that he's got like an injury, so yeah. He couldn't play, and obviously, you got, like I said, you had him. Fabio Vieira played, can't even speak, and he's all right. I don't even know what to say about him, about Fabio Vieira. Yeah, he's an all right player, but I just don't see him deserving of a starting 11 and he'll get an assist and that. But like then the subsequent games, he just seems like he stopped playing. Mm-hmm. So maybe a bit too weak as well, but yeah. So obviously he was in midfield, and then the thing that baffled. See, I can't even get my words out because I am just frustrated at this. I'm really, really fuming. Like, why are you taking Rice off at halftime? Like,
yeah, the chat I saw that the notification came up when you put. Why is he taking Rice off?
I mean.
Probably overcooked.
I watched him play Overcooked. I love it. Love that show. I mean, like I said, I watched the match, and he was a very, very strong presence in our midfield. And injury, I don't know if he got injured or he had a bit of a knock or something like that. I didn't see anything. So that to me was pretty much where I actually said out loud in my living room. I was like, do you know what? He deserved to lose this match. And I think I even said it in the group. I don't know. I think I may have said it. Yeah, I think I said it in the group. Yeah. There you go. So I had said it out loud and typed it. I meant it. Okay, that's two things. I meant it. So yeah, it was. It's a baffling decision to make, and obviously we struggled. And Jorginho came on, the silent assassin. Jorge came on, and he just ruined it. He absolutely ruined it. I mean,
the double agent.
Why would you hold the ball in that situation where you had 3 players around you where you could pass the ball to? just take it back to defense, just pass it straight back. Or
he does have that mistake in him. He has that mistake. He made the same mistake for us. Do you remember when? Sorry to interrupt you. When Spurs against Tuchel and Conte, the handshake at the beginning of the last year, and it became too much. It was that game where Jorge was holding on the ball too much, edge of the box.
Yeah.
Ball in, scored Harry Kane or whoever scored, and I was like, "What is he doing?" So sorry, but go on. He does have that in him.
He has that in him, and unfortunately, it came at the wrong game. Like, because throughout last season, and whenever he's featured this season, he's played really well. He's been safe basically. But then there you go. What's that? That's like once every 15, 16 matches that he's going to do that type of shit, and to do it at North London derby, it's just.
Not the game to do it.
It wasn't the game to do it, and I've literally my note is Rice off for Jorge ? What in all capital letters in ? So again, even to myself, but so we scored, penalty. But I'm going to ask you: Did you see the penalty decision that was given with the handball?
I did. I think it's one of those. It is. In my opinion on that is it's a penalty if it's against you. So sorry, not for you. Against you, it's a harsh penalty because that close, how fast it came towards you. But it's effectively saving the ball with your hand. This is difficult. It's that grey area, isn't it? So because if it's against Chelsea, I'd be like, but what was he going to do? How fast can he move it? He's probably kicked the ball at 60 miles an hour in a 2-yard difference, and so on. Yeah. But you stopped the ball from going in goal.
He did.
You know what I mean? That's it. Or at least. The chance of being a goal, because the keeper wasn't anywhere to save that. Maybe keeper would have got it. We don't know, but for me, of course, it was a penalty.
Well, it was, and obviously the first goal was even sweeter for us because it was a deflection from that guy. Even my dad, he just hates him, absolutely hates him. He just laughs at the fact that he's a World Cup winner, and I say that in quotation marks. I know they can't see us, but So I think it was. We couldn't have it to a better person. And then, like I said, the penalty, they scored straight away. Son, it was literally a matter of time. Both leads didn't last very long. And it was just lapse in concentration from that left-hand side. Zinchenko, he was nowhere to be seen. And especially for the second goal, he was in midfield, and Saliba, obviously, and Gabriel trying to run back, trying to cover that space. And for me, the wrong decisions were made from the manager today. Rice shouldn't have been taken off. Havertz probably should have started that match because he provides a little bit more sort of creativity and few runs that they won't expect. And Tomiyasu probably should have started this just to keep it safe. Because if you have Havertz, you don't really need to have Zinchenko on there. You've got enough creative players who can move the ball forward. Yeah, Rice can do exactly the same thing. So, I think wrong decisions were made, and from Tottenham as well. Like counter-attacking wise, they were brilliant. I hate to say it, I hate to admit it, but they were brilliant.
They have been a bit like that, Spurs, especially against the big boys. I saw Man United, they were very much a counter-attacking team. I watched a little bit of the highlights for you guys as well, and I think I said it as well. Basuma he's a massive part for Tottenham. He seems, I don't know, obviously you saw the full game. I'm just going off the highlights. Basuma, he looked like he was decent.
He was good, but he was he had a few moments where they look shaken, and same as Maddison as well.
They look a bit where Jesus skied it.
Yeah, I mean, look, there was a couple of moments where obviously Maddison was like, "Oh, that wasn't a foul, or get up," but it clearly was a foul, and and they kept getting frustrated, and I thought at that point, like, okay, we need to capitalize on this. But they didn't. Yeah. They didn't capitalize on it, and again, there was a lot of moments, like I said, coming from that weak spot for us was the left hand side. Zinchenko, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was a match where I just sort of think, come on, you've seen these players before. You know what you've got in your locker, like Arteta. You know what you've got on your bench, or you know who you can start. That's better than this, and he didn't start them. And it hurt us. It really hurt us because at least with Rice there, maybe you could have avoided a second goal. You could have gone a little bit, whatever it is. But there was no protection. And obviously they're going to be tired. But my question is, then you're going to be tired on your first outing in the Champions League. So the rest of the season is going to be like, I hate to say it. Obviously that's my team. And they'll support them till the end.
Realistic. You're giving
this is my thing.
Opinion, yeah.
And as much as I saw some good movements from us today and good passing, and again, Odegaard wasn't up to speed. I don't think he was anyway. And I think
celebrate.
Sorry, Rick, you paused. Sorry, man.
Amateur hour. Celebrating that signing bonus. I paused it because I was moving some stuff around, so I didn't want to make any noise while you were talking. And then obviously I left it on there. But yeah, when you said Odegaard wasn't up to speed, I'll repeat it because I'm sure I muted myself and said it. But he's celebrating that money, bro. Like, can't blame him.
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped in my mind. I was like, bloody hell, this guy signed and all of a sudden he's not performing. I don't think that's going to be the case. Again, you could go down to fatigue, but that is the valid question. Like I asked, what's it going to be like for the rest of the season? I'll be honest, if we're going to struggle through matches like this and just give away, you're in the lead. How are you giving away goals? First of all, whether it was a own goal or a penalty or whatever, you're still in the lead. How are you doing this? Twice we dropped the lead, and that's kind of worrying. I know maybe obviously, like I said, it's still early, but that's worrying. That's worrying. And there's many competitions to come yet as well.
Well, who have you got? Have you got a tough run of fixtures now?
I'll grab the fixtures whilst I do that.
You've got Brentford. So I've already got it. You got Brentford obviously the weekend. Wednesday. Brentford away for the League Cup, and then Bournemouth away. Then you go away to France.
To France to Lens.
Then you got City, Arsenal, City, and then you got Chelsea, and then you've got Seville. Oof.
Yeah, that's
and then you've got Sheffield and then Newcastle. Yeah, as fixture wise, Chelsea away. Maybe we might turn up for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
Can't see us being. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like I can't see. I'll touch about my team later, but no,
we'll get to
I think that's an easy W for you at Chelsea at the Bridge because it was last year, and I can't see any difference happening this year. The main challenge will be City after a Champions League night because it's on a Sunday, so
even Newcastle
4 days rest.
Even Newcastle could put up a bit of a challenge as well. I mean,
Newcastle away is going to be a challenge. Yeah, Newcastle away will be a challenge for you. But obviously, you want to try and win as many as you can. And I hear what you're saying in terms of fatigue, and you make a valid point. But you had all summer to prepare for this. You had all summer to prepare. You knew you're getting into Champions League football. You knew whether if you're not bringing in players, you had to bring in the best physio, the best recovery, the best. I'm sure you already have that there, but maybe it's not fatigue. And maybe we give Tottenham a bit of credit of like closing down closing down Odegaard, closing down the Sakas, and so on and so forth. And maybe let's hope it's not fatigue, because if it is fatigue, like you said, it's a long season.
Well, think about it this way. I mean, we've got Brentford on Wednesday, then Bournemouth away on Saturday, and then we've got the following week we've travelled to France for an away game there, and then we go to City, and then it's break. So like
you go City or City come to you? I thought you was at home.
My bad.
Yeah.
And we host City rather. That's the next 2 weeks are going to be jam packed, and
Bournemouth away won't be an easy run because obviously they just got beat by Liverpool away. By Brighton, and then that 0-0 with Chelsea at home.
Brentford aren't going to be an easy team to.
Brentford won't be easy either. No, they'll be a very defensive, try and hit you on the counter. So
and again, Champions League nights away from home, anything can happen in France. So that's it's going to be one of those. The next 2 weeks are going to be packed, and that's it. If fatigue's going to be a problem, then I'm sorry, but you made wrong decisions in the summer. Like you spend a lot of money on Rice, but if you're taking him off half time to replace him with a player that's clearly weaker in many aspects of the game, then that's not a good decision to make. And I don't want to say worrying right now, but I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but it is. I don't want it to go to that worrying level because the signs are some signs point that way. But I just don't want to. Not all the signs. But so kudos to them. Like they came back, resilience. They fought for both goals. Son is a different level, stepping up.
Credit to the manager, though, isn't it? Playing really well.
Madison played a good game as well.
Madison, he's been a quality signing for them. Yeah. How did that new boy play? Brennan Johnson. Johnson is his surname. Did he? Is that where Richarlison came on? Yeah. There was a couple of moments. I think I did turn the game over, and I was watching a little bit because I started watching the Chelsea game on my phone, and I put it on the telly. The last 10 minutes of Arsenal and stuff, and there was a couple of moments where Richarlison, if he had just laid it off to the person at the edge of the D or slipped somebody in, could have won the game. But again, he's trying to go for glory for himself, which I can understand. 2-2. If I score this goal, I've just won the North London derby for my team. So you can understand forever, absolutely. But
I think let's see what happens in the next, obviously in the next game, and I again, I just want to see some good decisions being made. That's all I want to see. We've got the quality of players. We just need them. We need the best players on the best 11, and Havertz is part of that team. Rice needs to stay on. What you're taking Rice off for? He's going to be crucial. All right, leave him out of the league game. That's fine. Whatever. Who gives a shit about that? But at the same time, you kind of have to take it seriously because it's a trophy at the end of the day.
Well, quickly on the leaving out, and you mentioned fatigue. Who are you leaving out for Brentford away? In the League Cup. Is it Brentford away? I think we said Brentford away.
Brentford away.
27th on Wednesday.
Yeah. So I think, in that case, I'd probably start with the Jorginho, to be fair, because, in that case, I would leave Rice off because it's the League Cup. But again, if it was Champions League, Rice is playing. It doesn't matter. Fatigue, bro, if you're playing, that's what we bought you for.
And obviously he'll want to play as well.
So, Reece Nelson would probably start. Emile Smith-Rowe would probably start. And Nketiah would definitely start. And I hope he leaves Saka off. I hope Saka doesn't make an appearance. Put Nketiah, put Jesus on the right, put Nketiah down the centre. Do that because Jesus needs to run of games anyway. Because he was injured for a while. He just needs to come back. Yeah. He looked like he got another injury today, which was like,
just going to ask you about that. Did he get injured?
He didn't know, and for God's sake, it's not even like, oh my God, he got injured. It's like, oh for God, again. Come on, man. Come on, get it. Grow up. But don't be a child. Come on now. But I think I don't really want to. I don't really have much to add to it because the good points are the good points. Whatever they are. Like I said, we've got the creative players. We've moved the ball around nicely. But it's these little things. It's all about the negative bits that I've just mentioned from today's match that I don't really want to see again. And and I hope that Arteta obviously can watch this back and be like, yeah, that was probably a mistake. Shouldn't have taken Rice off.
I think he knows. I think he's clever enough to kind of self-reflect and realise his mistakes. Because, if Rice was on, I can't see him making that mistake that Jorginho make. But then again, you just never know if Tottenham would have found a different route. But for the time being, that's the talking point. But I think he will. So who was in terms of your man of the match for your team then?
Man of the match for the team. Oh, God.
Bearing in mind it was a draw, but who'd you give it to?
Probably it would definitely have to be Saka, really.
Saka, yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be Saka,
a goal and a...
He made something happen,
OG,
He made something happen, and it definitely has to go to Saka. Again, this was one of those matches where he was proudly taking the team on his back, but unfortunately the manager let him down, as well as some of the teammates that he had around him. Because again, Jorginho doesn't make that pass. I don't think they're going to score again. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they would have scored again. I think Arteta would have obviously, pushed us back and be like, look, just hold the score 2-1. That's good enough. We don't need to go out there, smash Tottenham or whatever for pride. 2-1, hold it back. You've got the players to do it. And Saliba proved it on many occasions this match. Again, after Saka, it'd have to be Saliba.
Yeah, quality in terms performance again,
Another great performance, great player, and I'm glad that he stuck with us. But that was my man of the match. And overall, man of the match, probably Son, really, because he came back.
The 2 goals he scored were fantastic goals. I'm not going to lie.
Both teams were carried by the best players today. Yeah, neither team deserved to win apart from those 2. Do you know what I mean? Because they made something happen.
I get that.
So I'm not, again, when I'm saying out loud, I'm not too mad. I mean, it could be worse, but like I said, because both
partially
teams
invested in watching it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now moving out of it, thinking about it, it's both teams actually just relied on their best player to win the game, and both players did what they could. They made something happen. 2-2 in the end. So there you go. They cancelled each other out, and I'm not too mad about that. But could have been a lot better. Just little mistakes that frustrate me.
So the only thing is, and really, when you're reflecting, it's a better result for Spurs than it is for Arsenal, because 2-2 away to Arsenal, knowing what Arsenal achieved last year and where Arsenal are, where Spurs were last year to where Spurs are now. Huge result for Spurs, and well done to, I forgot his name again. What's his first name again that they're all
Angie Postecoglou.
Angie
Postecoglou.
So they're all big fans of Angie, so Angie Ball. But, all right.
You did it.
Anything else to add on, or...
No, I don't think...
should we hop on the tube and make our way to Stamford Bridge?
I think let's just, definitely hop on the tube, make our way, and look...
For anyone who's new, by the way, tube is underground, we call it the underground.
If you're
anybody for the overseas listeners,
from anywhere else, okay, before we get into it, I watched the highlights, and there was one thing that stood out to me in the highlights, which I was quite happy to see in a way, but at the same time, that's all you got. It's that pass from Mudryk.
I knew you were going to mention that as well.
it's that pass from Mudryk.
He's got it, bro. He's got it in his locker, I'm telling you. The stuff like that he's got, and I've made some points on this as well. It's not so much just to pick up Mudryk, because there's good things to his game, and then there's negative things to his game which he needs to improve on. And I'm not going to kind of go over what I said last episode on the last pod, because you can just go back and listen to that. But overall, you're right. That pass for Mudryk was sweet. If that ball had gone in the goal, we'd be talking that pass for Mudryk. If Kevin De Bruyne made that pass, we'll be talking about it for weeks to come. You know what I mean? If a Haaland was in the end of that, or Didier Drogba, Jesus, or somebody else, that ball is going in. You know what I mean? Some of the great clinical strikers, that ball's in. We'll be talking about it, the pass and the goal, etc., and the movement from the striker. Because you've got to give credit to Jackson as well. The movement from Jackson was fantastic to get the ball. But obviously, all credit for that pass alone goes to Mudryk for the vision that he had and the way he slowed it down and made the pass. But with that said, there is still time for him he needs to offer more. And what I mean by that, he needs to offer more movement around the pitch, more movement in terms of helping out defensively. He seems to play. Have you ever played like the old FIFA games where you set your team quite rigid and you just keep the play on the left side and he just does not move from the left side? You're like, bro.
Yeah, you just move
you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, cut inside. There was a moment just before that pass or after that pass. Obviously, you've not seen it on the highlights. Jackson had dropped in a bit like Bobby Firmino does, or used to do, and then a Salah and a Mane would kind of cut in those diagonal runs, so you were onside. The centre-back and the right-back were like, who's marking him? And then before you know it, you're one-on-one with a keeper. Sterling and Mudryk never did that once. Not once did they decide to do that. They could see him. And this has to come down to the coach. Pochettino needs to see that. Whoever's analysing the videos and the matches needs to look at that and be like, guys, if you see him here, the space behind is free, just run onto it. And they were playing a very high line as well. And this is a bit that we just didn't utilize enough to go. But anyway, let's start with
I was going to say, you've got the players to do it as well with the high line.
We've got the pace, bro. Like all three players, like Mudryk, Jackson, and Raheem at the top. Like they were our front three effectively. Like you're not beating any of them for pace. Like no disrespect to many players in the Prem. You're not beating much of them for pace. But same 11. Disappointing to see the same starting 11 that started at Bournemouth. But I thought, okay, maybe they've worked on something. Let's see what they did. Meh. Not great. Again, like we said, great ball. Couldn't finish it if he did. But this is another thing as well, sticking on to going back to that pass, is if that ball had gone in and he had scored, that would have been huge for Mudryk's confidence. Because I don't know if you would not have seen it on the highlights, but on the match, everybody congratulated him. So it is a confidence thing. Even the team around him know that he's low on confidence or he's worried about something. He's just not fully free himself just to enjoy his football. But yeah, I think that would have freed him up. But Jackson is not clinical enough for me for a Chelsea striker to kind of go. He's coming too deep to look for the ball because he wants to get touches on the ball. I know at the beginning of the season, a lot of even like opposite fans of like different teams, Liverpool fans on the group chat and so on, were saying he looks good because he could run with the ball and he was a bit like a dog in terms of not a derogative term, but like, you know, like that continuous chasing and hunkering down and just keep going, like a bit like a Tevez. But yeah, man, he's just needs that clinical finish to him. He seems to rush his shot. He seems to make that wrong decision when he's in the box. It's just
sorry to go across,
more practice. Go on.
I think with someone, players like that. The situation with Chelsea is, you know, this is what they needed to avoid. You know, like you said, not clinical enough, and this is why you can't just rely on young players and, you know, spend all your money on young players because they're going to be something. But no, you need to be clinical now, and that's the whole point of it. And so it's. Even though quality is there for, like, you know, maybe vision's there from a Mudryk or from an Enzo Fernandez, but, you know, if you don't have
nothing, if
it means nothing. Yeah. Like you said, you could put R9 in that team, and you've said it many times, and he will not do anything. Apart from, you know, when he does
this team, he could do something. Last year,
maybe. Okay, yeah, good point. I was just saying, he'll do it individually anyway. He'll do it individually anyway.
He'll just grab the ball and just run. No. To be fair, if we had R9 in this team, it's much better. Like, no disrespect to Jackson, but I hear what you're saying. It's the lack of creativity, but the thing is, we're only creating one or two chances a game. We need to score those one or two chances because they're not going to come round again. Because again, then they get so defensive. Each team that we played, the Bournemouth, the Nottingham Forest that we lost 1-0 today with Villa. Villa has some great chances going forward as well. I don't know if you saw that Luca Dean strike when the ball from the corner. Did you see that? The keeper saved it. And there was the other one from the Italian boy who kind of hit it on the half volley.
By the way, can I just say that was a great save from Sanchez?
Oh, fantastic save.
Quality saves today, by the way. Great saves
all over, off whole weekend, to be fair.
Even Raya did a
I saw that save, on
incredible.
Brennan Johnson save.
That's right, incredible, just ran across the line. Unreal, unbelievable. And sorry, by the way, real quick, before you carry on with Chelsea, that's that one point that I did miss was Raya. I don't think he had his best game for Arsenal, and probably that may mean that next game for the League Cup, at least, it's going to be Ramsdale going in.
He'll have to put Ramsdale at least for League Cup. If he doesn't, he's really disrespecting Rambo for that. Like, if he's not putting Rambo at all, then he's just saying to him, "You're just here to collect your paycheck, and I need you to leave."
Yeah, that's
not January. You need to go, and it's not good enough because he's been a good servant for the team.
He's been a great, like we said,
short term, but he's been a great servant.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, go on.
No, that's it. Then obviously the red card. I don't know if you must have seen it in the highlights.
I did say
What's your thoughts on that?
Look, a bit harsh. I thought. A bit harsh because he went over the ball, didn't he? He got the ball first and then took the ankle.
Yeah, that's it. Like you can't tackle like that anymore. Like
no, 05,
08, they're okay because it'd be like I touched the ball, ref. But now you can't just touch the ball. You actually have to make greater contact with the ball.
Yeah,
and it was a red card by rules and the laws of the game. Again, it's a red card.
Look, if it happened to my team, I'd be a bit agitated, a bit frustrated with that because it's not like he went in. Obviously the intention was the intention was there. Unfortunately, the timing was completely wrong. Well, sorry, it was perfect timing for his ankle to be there. That's what it was. He didn't time that.
Just wrong timing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's it. He touched some of the ball and then the rest of it got the ankle.
Exactly.
But I also think with Chelsea something is if you remember like year 9 PE when we talked about levels of arousal and stuff. Something with Chelsea is like I'm asking for aggression from the players, and this is just quickly on an unrelated topic, is that fact that they can't seem to get that balance right. It always seems to be like either full on and you end up hurting the opponent and you get a yellow card or a red card in today's instance, or you're just like weak and you're kind of fannying out of challenges and 50-50s you don't not going in for it. Do you see what I mean? There's kind of that fine balance. Like you can't, either you're too far over one end or you're a bit lower down the other end. But for me it was a red card. But what I was disappointed about was after the red card and they scored. And again, they scored, I don't know if you saw Thiago Silva missed touch, quickly then counter-attack, and you think to yourself again, here we fucking go again. Nottingham Forest, Moses did the mistake, Caicedo, and then here we go. But then we seem to have turned up. Then we were trying to play football. Then we were attacking with numbers, and I was like, why are we not doing this from the start, bro? Like, why must we go one down and then do this? And it reminded me of the old days when Mourinho was on towards his final season when he got sacked, is trying to win the games 1-0 and let's not concede. And just disappointed for me because we've got the attacking players on the pitch and man for man on the paper, we were the better team, or you would assume we've got the better team. Therefore, then why are we not utilising these players? And I've made some notes on here on how I think we can progress forward, but I'll come back to that. But yeah, for me, not enough in it. There was slow, there was sloppy on the build-up. Everything was a 3-yard pass. A couple of times, Colwill trying to set the ball forward and get them to run onto it. Moses Caicedo get it and lay it off, and he didn't do any of that running he used to do for Brighton. Get it and then just run with it. Go past the defender or midfielder who's coming to attack.
110 million.
This is what I mean, and that's just thing. But then again, like he was doing that. He's got that in his locker. So then why are we not utilising that? We didn't bring him for his 3-yard passes. Conor Gallagher could have made 3-yard passes. You know what I mean? Could have got some kid from the academy to do the 3-yard passes. Because even the tackling, he really wasn't there. He wasn't like a Kante nipping the ball and so on and so forth because he couldn't do it. Because McGinn and I forgot the other guy's name, the Brazilian in midfield for them. So they were on him. They were really, really good. But what he did for Brighton was get it and then run, a bit like Basuma did for, as I mentioned, Basuma, get it and just go past that first line of defence, which is that midfield, closing down, pressure, whatever, and just run with it. And he just hasn't done any of that yet. There's been 5 games, I haven't seen it yet. Again, comes back to Poch, as I mentioned earlier, the coaching side of things. If Jackson is dropping so far deep to free up the wingers effectively and create that space in the middle, why are neither of them are running across the pitch across the pitch so they're onside to get on behind this high line that they're playing? But they both just stuck to their right side and left side, trying to make the pitch as big as possible. But that wasn't our game. The space wasn't down the middle. Just run onto it. And that was disappointing. Again, that comes to Poch. But overall, no urgency, lack of movement. Maybe that's why there was no urgency. Nobody was moving. Everybody stood static. Yeah. So then where do you go from there? If no one's making runs, you can't force them to run. I'm hoping Poch will possibly get this right and have a look at it. I think he will. I think there'll be time to come to it unless there's more power coming from above and telling him, and pressures of like, why have you not strengthened this player? Because I need to sell him now because he's on an 8-year contract, blah, blah, blah. And I think if that's the case, he'll probably leave by Christmas. He'll come some BS out of mutual consent. He'll get paid the remainder of his contract up front, and then that's it. But 2 things that need to change, right? 2 things that need to happen very quickly, and I'll wrap up on the Chelsea. I'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, open it. There's no questions right now. No questions.
If we had faster build-up, just like we did after we went down to 10 men, we'd look more dangerous. We'd create more chances rather than just the one or the breadcrumbs that Jackson has to feed off. And we need a clinical striker. Now, whether Jackson in the training pitch, Armando Broja coming back from a 9-month injury, maybe one of them is the answer. Not 100% right now, but let's see if Poch can work miracles. Now, to my other side of the notes.
Oh wow!
Dun, dun,
wow!
dun.
Hey, look, you've. This is some. I'm telling you right now. If Chelsea coaches are listening to this, you need to hire this guy right now. It'd be a shame because he's the co-host, and it's. Be a shame to leave.
Here we go. But I'll always make time for this, no matter where I go, bro. I'll always make time for this. So basically, I wanted to say here, right, because you saw what Mudryk did with that pass, and there was a couple of times where he ran down the wing. I think he listened to last week's pod. Matty Cash couldn't handle this pace, and we knew that. No defender in the Premier, unless you're Kyle Walker, you're really handling Mudryk one-on-one, especially if he's running at you or running past you. He did that, whipped a sweet ball in. It wasn't shown on the highlights, because I had to look at the highlights, what actually gets shown, so that we can kind of compare notes. It didn't get shown on the highlights, and the ball went in the 6-yard box. Dangerous pass. Nobody was there to reach for it. And I was like, okay, that's decent, bro. Keep going. Keep that confidence going, because the crowd started cheering, crowd on their feet. But to utilize him more and play to his full potential, and even the wingers, 4-3-3. Play Chilwell as a left wing back. Play even Gusto he's injured, red card now, but play Gusto. Then if they want to bomb forward and you're worried about leaving yourself, short at the back with 2 centre-backs, Thiago and whoever else is there, drop Moses Caicedo in there and just play like an isosceles triangle, bro. Like, have him in the middle, the other 2 there. Do you know what I mean? Keep it like that. Like, it's how simple is that to do? And that way.
Sorry, is that the technical term for that? Is that the Dorito shape? Is that what it is?
If it's not the technical term, I'm bringing it in. Hashtag.
That has to be the Dorito shape. Yeah, I love it. I love the Dorito shape.
And there's the title of the pod, the isosceles triangle.
It's not a perfect triangle, but it's still a triangle.
It's a triangle.
Maybe bumpy, but
that's what I mean. But you can do that because you can stay compact in front of goal, and if the ball goes wide, one of them can drop in. Moses can drop in and cover that centre back role, while a Colwell, a Thiago, a Badish, whoever's going down to the side. And at the same time, it frees up so that there is no double teaming on Raheem, there's no double teaming on Mudryk, and it allows that defender. It will get Matty Cash. Let's use Matty Cash for example, to second out himself. Do I close Mudryk down on the ball, or do I have to go with a runner of Chilwell who's overlapping? Some of the great things that Saka's done, because one overlaps, or Martinelli, Odegaard comes in and he has options left and right, or to go straight ahead and run, and that barely seems to happen at Chelsea, which I think it needs to go back to it. And then if they're doing that, and what's his name, and Chilwell and Gusto or Reece James does this, but if Gusto's doing this, then I forgot his name, Jackson drops deep. Where are them 2 players going to go? Because the wings are already occupied by the wing backs. Then that would kind of give them the incentive to run across the line and get into that middle field. But
I think with Rick, obviously the problem is clearly the coaching is not up to scratch. No,
bro, it's not. Every pod I'm saying the same stuff.
Yeah. So
the players are there. You're right. That's it. The players are there, and you can see they've got it in their locker. Enzo, obviously, we saw what he could do. Raheem has done it. Mudryk, he saw little cameos here and there.
Time has to be given to the coach, though. Like, you can't just be 6 months. It can't be 6 months. Arteta's been in the job for 4 years now, so the job has to be given. Maybe Poch is the right guy. Maybe he's not the right guy, but time has to be given to him. And,
I agree with you for time. I am. For me, another thing to say is I'm confident he will turn it around. I just hope it doesn't get the interference from above.
Yeah,
if Todd Bowley starts, but even things that Bowley will give you time and then just start going blah 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 blah, do it like this and so on and so forth. I'm going to bring my friends into team talks and so on. Like, no, bro, it doesn't work like this. Is what I want to kind of eliminate from my owner. Just be the owner, pay the bills, pay the checks. That's it, and then go and enjoy your suite when you're watching the match. But I'm confident he'll turn it around. Just hope soon, because I know you made the comparison to Arteta, but don't forget Arteta won FA Cups.
True.
The fans were cheering on about something.
Yeah, he's a legend.
You had European football. although it was Europa League, but the fans still enjoyed those European nights of travelling away. It wasn't Champions League, and it was Europe. I was hoping you're going to do the soundtrack again.
I'm not going to do the soundtrack again, no, because I don't want to. I don't want to hear
because you're in the Champions League.
Champions League now.
But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, bro. Like, and Enzo, for me, another thing is he doesn't need to be that high up. He needs to be in a deeper role, spreading, like a full quarterback. Just do that. But maybe that will happen when Nguku comes. But again, there's time for that. But yeah, overall, I'm disappointed, but I can see glimpses, and I'm just hoping better coaching could kind of get us going there. But I just don't know what to do for this urgency. The urgency, I think it just comes as a team plays more and more together, because right now they're a brand new team again. If you look at it again,
like we said, for the past 4 episodes, including this one, that's what we've been talking about for Chelsea, and nothing's really changed. So, I don't want to start. I was going to say I don't want us to start repeating in every podcast. That's why with Arsenal, I was just. The good things about Arsenal, so I'm just going to tell you the bad things that I saw. And again, I'm a realistic fan. Maybe a bit of a pessimistic sometimes, but again, that's because of realistic. It's a realistic experiences, exactly. So, but yeah, in terms of Chelsea, we've asked it before. We've said it before. It's going to be a coaching thing, and time has to be given without interference from above. Because these are young players, they need to gel together. They're not even. I bet they're probably not even friends with each other right now, and that's hard. It's hard to play football if you're not connecting the team. Take them out for dinners, take them out for lunches, take them out paintballing or something like that. You know what I mean? Take them to race tracks, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, the team building you need to do. Yeah, you have to bring a performance coach in psychologically to help certain individuals.
No, absolutely you do. Because with Mudryk, it's like, look, mate, you've got the speed, you've got this, you can do this. So, someone tells him that 4 times a week, you can do this. But guess what? He's going to go on the pitch. He's like, I'm going to do this. So it's everything with the football, and that's why I liked about Arteta. That's why I became manager, because it's the way that he treats the players, and he takes them out and brings them close, invites them to his house and that type of stuff. So Pochettino needs to do the same thing. Like maybe not invite him to his house, whatever. But I'm just saying, like,
I always say, no, they need to be like,
no Man United, definitely no Man United players coming to his house. By the way, I'm telling you right now.
I think he's got daughters as well.
Yeah, them motherfuckers are in jail right now. So but listen, so that's the thing with Chelsea, and it always has been. But unfortunately, the owner seems to be a bit of a temperamental geezer, where he's like, "All right, it's not working." It's been 6 months.
It's the fact that he's trying to do like a bit like Arsenal model, where you bought young players, but you had a legendary coach who was training those players. Like you bought Cesc Fabregas at 16 years old. He's trying to do the same thing again. And the problem is as well, if we don't start winning quickly, we are fucked as a club, because all these players are on 8-year contracts. Well, majority of these young players are on 8-year contracts, and the salaries, they're not on the $250,300 and so on and so forth. They're still on 100 grand, 120 grand for 8 years. No, but not many people are going to want them, because then the teams that will want them will be like, no disrespect, your Watfords, your Burnleys and so on. Yeah. But they can't afford 120 grand. So the player will be like, actually, I do love football, but I love money and life and my family back home and here and there. Like a Mudryk, let's say, he'll be like, I'm staying for 120 grand a week. Yeah. I'll see the rest of my contract out. Or I'll get some sort of payment up front.
Yeah, to cancel it and go to
yeah, but no, I hope it doesn't turn to that. Like you said, it's a coaching thing. It's a matter of tactically getting better at it. And just because we clearly did it. We went down to 10 men and 1-0 down. We did it. We were playing faster football. We were attacking. We were, there were movements there, but it just needs that to happen from the first whistle, not when you go down 10 men or when you go down 1-0.
So, I agree. Obviously, we've had some similar points with both teams so far. Obviously, maybe just different ends of the league, but there's still football. That's not even I wasn't even thinking that, but these are the fundamentals of football. Like you said, the urgency and why are you switching off halfway through a match? Like what are you doing? How are you not in your position, even though you know that player's going to attack Zinchenko? Do you know what I mean? How are you not in your position? And so very similar points, but look, let's just hope we have a better week. And who do you play next?
I think we're going away. Home, Brighton at home for the League Cup.
For the League Cup, Brighton at home. Oh, wow!
We have a very tough run now until Christmas. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think I need. Yeah, go for it.
You ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Brighton at home in the League Cup. Fulham away on Monday the 2nd. Burnley away. Arsenal at home on the 21st. Obviously, there'll be international break from that weekend till the 21st. And then Brentford at home, Tottenham away, City at home, Newcastle away, Brighton at home.
And Man United away as well.
It doesn't give me any more than that.
Sorry, I'm on the 6th.
Just checking on here. I'm on the 6th
of the
December.
12th. Yeah, so the next match after is Man United.
Away. Yeah,
next match is Man United. So there you go. So
that's checked there using the BBC website there. So yeah, I could have gone on the app. Actually, I could have told you the full fixture, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's wow, very tough fixtures.
It's not looking good, is it? It's not really looking good.
Once a week. It's once a week, so you can kind of hope that's going to be a better thing.
It's once a week, and then again, like this is what I was hoping for. I was hoping for some decent football, better team cohesion. Playing once a week, you are training every day. I know you're training full stop, but like you literally train on the training ground every day. But then again, is that working against us? Because if you're trying to build that team cohesion and that speed and that urgency, you need football matches. You know what I mean? It's like a boxer. You can train as much as you want to train, but if you're not in the ring actually fighting, are you actually getting like that match practice? You know, that kind of thing? Like, is you getting that real feel of what it's like to box someone? Sharpness, fitness, all of that stuff.
That's a real thing.
It's a meh.
Look, all right, look. Do you have anything else that you want to add on Chelsea, by the way? Because they haven't done anything for me, to sort of get another question or a brand new question going. So
no, they haven't done anything. That's pretty much it. Same stuff, really. But you said, Mudryk pass was nice. Other than that,
was very nice. Yeah, that was really nice. I do want to go over some of the predictions that we made and see how close or how far away we were. Do you have?
Absolutely.
I think all right. It's predictions time for this, and
let's see.
And maybe for our teams, we can do the quick predictions for the League Cup as well. So, but we'll come back to that just before the end of the pod.
Have you got the fixtures up and ready?
I've got the fixtures up from Saturday. Yeah,
Saturday. So let's do it. With the first one, obviously, it was
Crystal Palace Fulham
draw, wasn't it? Yeah,
that was 0-0.
1-1, 0-0. Yeah, we both got it wrong. I said 3-1. You said 1-2.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we got Luton Wolves.
I think you got this one right, 1-1. I went 1-0 Wolves. I couldn't see Luton scoring.
Wow.
I don't even know how they got a penalty, by the way. Let's quickly touch on that. How was that a penalty? It deflected off the player's leg, then hit his arm. It wasn't going towards goal. It was a cross. And they've said, the rule said, if it comes off a different part of the body, then hits your arm, it's kind of fair game. Just play along because it was a deflection off your own body.
You can't do much about that.
Can't do much about it. And he got given as a penalty. And I know Luton fans will be buzzing. They'll kind of be like, fuck it, it is what it is.
They got the point. They got that 1 point, man. So don't take it away from him, man.
I'm not going to take it away. I'm just...
It was definitely not, but it is, like you said, the rules, it's one of those things where how it's interpreted, which is wrong because they should be set. So 1-1, did I get that right? Wow, that is
You got that
brilliant.
one right.
Wow.
Yeah, let me give you a green tick.
I actually thought I put Luton to win, but there you go. Next match, obviously, Man City, Nottingham. I watched 2-0,
this. 2-0 it finished, didn't it? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any football on Saturday, to be honest.
Finished 2-0 on that one.
Yeah. You had 4-0, I had 6-2.
Oh, okay. So both wrong, really. Yeah, both wrong. But I watched that match, and talking point really was Rodri's red card. I don't understand what the argument was. Like, I heard some pundits and stuff like that. They were like, "Oh, I don't know." Right? No, that was a red card. He put both hands on the guy's throat and shoved him at the same time. Do you know? It wasn't like. But do you know what was funny though? When you watch it back in slow motion, the replay, you actually see Rodri go for the guy's neck. And then as soon as his hands touch the guy's neck, you see Rodri's face sort of go, shit.
Yeah, you see that. Yeah. I was going to touch on that. And another thing to add on that as well, what I hate, right, is because I saw that bit, but I hate it when players try to act tough and then they go down like a pussy hole to kind of be like, to get the other player sent off. Like when they go neck head to head and so on, and they're kind of rubbing noses effectively, they're about to kiss each other, and all of a sudden the other one goes actually, oh no, shit, let me go down. And then he goes down holding their face. That's what Gibbs White did. He was like squaring up, chest out. Who are you talking to? Blah blah blah. Giving it all handbags. Hands came around the neck. He didn't go down initially. It was like the second time. And then that's when he was like, "Oh, I should have gone down. Fuck it, I'll go down. If he does it again, I'm going down." And he did. He's just like such a fucking dick move. Like, of course he fell for it, but it just makes me think like, why are you giving it that fucking big up? Like, oh, I'm hard. And then all of a sudden, because we all know where it's going to go. You're going to give it. Whoever touches each other, the next.
He was smart though. Gibbs White was smart.
Yeah, he was smart. He didn't react. Of course,
he never reacted. Yeah, he didn't react.
He just verbally. All he did was verbal stuff. So yeah, but still.
Look, at the end of the day, I think it was a definite red card. There's no argument 100%. About it, whether he went down or not. It shouldn't be happening. And Rodri does have that in his locker where you can just go in through a player and nothing happens to him. But this time, luckily, he got the red, and he misses the Arsenal match. So whether that works out, he missed the Arsenal match. So whether that works in our favour or not,
right for you, didn't it? Yeah, unless they're going to appeal it and then get an extra game and hopefully miss a Chelsea match.
Oh, maybe. Yes. There you go. We both win. So
next game was Brentford-Everton. Who did you have? Go on. So what's the score? Sorry, was it 3-1?
It was 1-3. Brentford-Everton 1-3.
1-3. Yeah, both wrong. I went to draw 1-1. You went 2-0 Brentford. So yeah, good to see Everton winning though. I'll be honest with you, only because of my not because of Daichi, but because of a friend of mine who's an Everton fan. So yeah, I'm happy because I can see how stressed he is, and if he's listening to this, you know who you are, Paul. Good luck to you. But next game, Burnley United again.
That was 0-1 to United, and can I just say I didn't watch this match at all because come on,
why would you?
Obviously, and but I have to say I talked a lot of shit about Johnny Evans starting this. I even messaged my brother-in-law. I was like, "What the hell is it with your coach starting Johnny Evans? This guy goes and gets an assist for the disallowed goal, and then what is it? 20 minutes
he scored the disallowed goal. And then he did the
Oh, my bad. Yeah, scored the disallowed goal, and then he goes and assists Bruno Fernandes for the allowed goal. I mean, honestly, I need to stop talking shit about players like Mudryk. I need to talk a lot of shit about him so he can be good, Rick. So he needs to really put some bad performances in.
You really are talking shit about Mudryk every time, apart from today's good pass. I've never. Hey, listen, just so you know, that was an £85 million pass.
Yeah, that was one of the best passes, one of the most expensive passes I've ever seen in my life. But that's it. He's not going to do anything from now on. He did that pass like he did with Liverpool. He went 14 games. Yeah, exactly. With Man United, they won. Is that good? I don't think it is because I don't want them to do anything good at all.
I can't really stand it.
I don't like Ten Hag.
Fans. I can't. Yeah, Ten Hag.
I don't like Ten Hag. Do not like Ten Hag. I think the guy points too much blame every time he's on
everybody else's fault.
It's never his fault. But the selection this and they got it wrong. It's like, no, you got it wrong. Man up to it. Like the players have to man up to it. To the press.
Just own it. Yeah, bro, that's it.
So they sat comfortably in 9th, and I love it. And
fuck him.
So yeah, it's incredible. But yeah, and then we'll go to Sunday's games. I think surely we got one more right prediction in this one, right? I'm sure we did.
I've got here for me, I've wrote 3-1 and 2-2, and I can't remember what I wrote 2-2 for, but I think you went 2-0 Arsenal, but I went 2-2. I think if I said a draw if Basuma not playing, but clearly he was playing, and you got a 2-2. So I'll take that 50-50. I'll take the positive 50.
Absolutely, glass half full rather than
glass half full. That's it. I'm an optimistic kind of guy. Brighton, Bournemouth. You went 4-2. I went 2-2. So obviously it finished 3-1. I think
kind of close, but yeah, not too far off.
Villa.
I know Chelsea. What I said. Oh wait, I said Chelsea win on this one, didn't I?
You did not. You went 1-1.
Oh shit, did I?
Yeah, you went 1-1. I went 3-1 Chelsea. I thought we were going to do something here, especially at the bridge. I was expecting to do something. I did nothing. I mean,
it kind of is 1-1. One red card, one goal for Villa, so it kind of is 1-1. We'll take it
Chelsea took one and they took Scott. Yeah, well, if anything, it was 2-0 because we got the red card and the goal conceded.
Absolutely, there you go. Chelsea wins that one.
This one here, this next one that I had my Ted Lasso moment when our esteemed friend on the group chat decided to be like, I love the way on the last pod when Ricky went, Liverpool, if Van Dijk is playing, they won't concede, but I want to go for a 3-1. It was a full-on Michael Owen moment.
Because I remember that conversation because you took the mick out of me, and all I was trying to say was I was saying either or rather than it is, and then he goes and points out. I'll dig it out. I will dig that bit out. I think I said something like you asked me about Arsenal Tottenham, and then I was like, it's going to be a draw or something. And then I said, or a win. And then you took that as if I said, it's going to be a draw, but it's going to end up 3-1 or something. Do you know what I mean? Anyway,
I remember on that one as well. I went, somebody's always got to go unless it's a draw. And he was like, those kind of things. But I said that one as a joke. But this other one with Van Dijk one, I genuinely, hands up, I completely had a Michael Owen moment.
There you go. So,
I got 3-1. Virgil did play, but what I did love about this one was Mikel Antonio came out, and we all know who Mikel Antonio is. He's the attacker who plays for West Ham. He does the podcast. He was chatting some shit about Richarlison before, saying we did as well. And then Richarlison kind of got him back, saying, how many World Cup goals have you got? Which I found an excellent burn or excellent response to his thing.
Yeah.
But then he'd come out recently and said, I back West Ham to finish above Liverpool. And then today he had, 0 shots on target, 0 effort, 0 dribbles, lost the ball 10 times.
Well, he came off in the
74th minute, something like that. So I was like, couldn't have happened to a better geezer.
But what was my prediction on that one, by the way?
You went 3-2, I went 3-1.
Okay, very nice. Obviously, I don't think anyone predicted the next game, so
I don't think anybody would in now. There's no point. You went 1-2, I went 1-3 for obviously Newcastle winning those and finished 8-0.
8-0. 8-0.
Isn't it just disappointing, by the way, just to see this here? This is what annoys me. So I watched part of Luton against Wolves, and I was like, this is so poor, like ridiculously. The quality, the passing, there was nothing. There was literally nothing there. It looked like as if I'm watching a League One team, or sometimes even a Sunday League, when a player tries to switch the ball over and they can't get enough power on it. And it was same for Sheffield. How do you concede 8 goals in front of your own fans? Like, how do you just not shut shop and be like, you know what, that's enough. It's 4-0, no fucking more. It's not going in. We'll try and hit on the counter, but that's it. And even when we're countering with 2 people and only 2 people.
One. You know what I mean?
One to make the pass and the other one chasing after it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. No, you're right. I think that's a total embarrassment.
It's embarrassing, man.
It just goes to show, like, you know, those both teams, Luton, Sheffield, they're definitely going down this season. I've already said that. I've already predicted that, but I don't know who the other one was.
They're really weak.
Undecided.
I've got a feeling Burnley might just be all right, because against Man United, quickly to touch on it, they hit the post. They made Onana make a couple of saves. They kind of cut through the defence. They just weren't clinical enough. And when you're not clinical on one end, there's a high chance you're going to concede. And they did.
Yeah.
And that Bruno Fernandes goal, Johnny Evans chip or like assist was a quality play, and great goal, great finish from Bruno.
Well, there you go.
They're not out of the woodwork for me. Man United, just because they won away to Burnley doesn't mean fuck all. I'll be honest with you. Like, then they will struggle. They're going to struggle this year, especially with Champions League football and so on. Because their next game, very quickly, because we've got quite a couple of United fans, is Palace at home for the League Cup, and then Palace again. Yeah, so both matches is Crystal Palace, and then the Galatasaray coming.
Yeah, so it's going to be again tough run of fixtures because they're not performing. So again, the pressure's just going to keep building up throughout those matches. And obviously they won today, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, look, quick predictions for the EFL Cup, and we'll bring the pod to an end. Yeah, we'll bring the pod to an end. So I don't want to go through all the teams. Just obviously there's some Premier League teams that I'll just go through. First match, Aston Villa, Everton. What are we thinking in terms of predictions?
I'm going to go for but it can't be a draw because it'll be wins, because it'll go straight onto straight onto what's it called, penalties, I think it is.
Yep.
Villa, Everton away to Villa. I think Villa will probably take it 1-0.
Villa 1-0. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a funny feeling that Sean Dyche's team is going to win this one.
Really?
Because I think so. I've got a funny feeling that he does this type of stuff. He goes in a little bit of a run and then he'll just go shit again. So I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 Everton. I'm going to go 2-1 Everton on that one.
Sweet.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just got a funny feeling. And obviously next two Premier League clashes, Brentford, Arsenal. I'll let you go first on that, my guy.
You went straight past Bournemouth, yeah, but don't worry about it. So Bournemouth will win that one for 2 Premier League clash.
But Bournemouth are playing Stoke, so like
right, you're just talking Prem versus Prem.
Yeah.
Right, okay, sorry, I thought you just meant Prem teams.
Once we get to round,
that's a tough one. I've got a feeling there's no reason for Brentford to rest players for this one. It's the only time they're going to play midweek. I think it'll be a draw, but then Arsenal will take it. I think it'll be 1-1. You'll take it on pens.
Oh, 1-1 on pens. I think we're just going to go out and beat them, to be honest. I think I'm feeling like a 3-0 on this one. And you're saying 1-1, but then win on pens. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put that down because I tell you what, that is a very accurate prediction sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's very specific.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this ball here, and that's what it's telling me. Chelsea, right. Brighton. I think we're going to get beat. I'd never want to say that in my team, but again, I think we'll get beat on pens. I think it'll be very tight. We'll probably not look to make a mistake. Moses Caicedo's got a mistake in him. Clearly, Thiago made one today, but Thiago can be forgiven.
I think you're going to win this, to be honest with you.
No,
I think you are going to win this.
I hope so, because there's a chance, obviously, with an educated guess at it, you would assume Brighton would rest players because they play European football. They play Thursday nights. This is an opportunity to rest players like the Mitomas and so on. But yeah,
I'm saying 2-1 Chelsea.
No, I think it's 1-1 and pens again.
For Brighton, or?
Yeah, Brighton win.
Brighton win on pens again?
On pens,
wow.
which kills me, but yeah.
I'm going to 2-1 Chelsea, so yeah, I think they need to do something. I think Pochettino's going to be a bit more amped up about League Cup because he knows this is probably a best bet
to win a trophy. Yeah, 100%.
So I think that's what I'm going to go with on that one. And then obviously the bigger clash at 8 o'clock is Newcastle Man City. What we saying?
City will win that one. City. I can't see Newcastle going for it. I think they'll rest some players. City seem to go for it all the time. Guardiola trying to get all the trophies going for it. So there seems to be Cities every year. I think it'll be a 1-3. 1-3 to City.
I'm going to go 2-2. I'm going to go 2-2 and then win on pens for City.
Pens City.
What are you saying? I
went 1-3. I think City will win it 3-1.
1-3, okay.
They really shouldn't, because Newcastle should be on flipping cloud 9 after this.
Yeah,
after
but
today's. But
does that mean that they're going to be good, or are they going to be tired? So I don't think it's going to be that easy for them. To be fair,
we missed quickly, very quickly. We missed Tuesday night. I'm just going back to United Crystal Palace.
I've just gone back to Tuesday now. So
that's the only one, really. Yeah,
Man United Crystal Palace. I think they'll win that. I think Man United will win that.
I don't want them to, but I agree with you as well. I think they'll probably win it 2-1.
Definitely don't want them to. Yeah, definitely don't want them to. Yeah, you're going 2-1? 2-1 I'll agree United. With that. I'm going to go 2-1 United on that as well. It feels normal. What about Liverpool? Are they not playing?
Yeah, I think they didn't have a European Premier League team. They were playing on Wednesday, but they don't have a Prem team.
That's just because we've got Liverpool fans. Who's Liverpool playing on Wednesday?
Leicester, Liverpool,
Leicester
4-0.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to go with I think they're going to concede. They're definitely going to concede.
Regardless whether Van Dijk is played.
It doesn't matter. They're definitely going to concede, though. So I'm going to go with... What did you say for that one? Did you say 2-1?
No, I wrote it as 4-0.
4-0? Wow, that is incredible. All right. Well, I'm going to go with a 3-0 on that one.
Oh, wow. I love the way you just fucking hyped mine up and then you went, actually, do you know what? Actually, it's not a bad guess. So, I think I'm going to go one less.
I'm going to go one less just in case, okay? I said they're going to concede, but you know what? They're not going to concede because obviously I put a 0.
But then again, it depends who he plays. Because if he plays the kids in the midfield, I think Leicester have got something to give their fans a cheer about being in the championship team. They'll try and prove a point. But I can see Liverpool being too strong, no matter who they play. Really. I think so. That Liverpool team is pretty much set because whoever he rests, there'll be a different quality 3 coming up top. If you rest Diaz, it'll be like a Jota. If you rest Nunes, Gakpo, Salah, there's enough players there to do.
I think they're sort of front 5. I think the 5 at the top or the 6 at the top, which is obviously your Gakpos, Jota, Nunes, Salah. Then you've got McAllister and Szoboszlai behind them. Sort of thing. I think that's a very good setup for them. And it's
proven second in the league, aren't they? Yeah,
they're doing well. So it could be one of those situations where they go to City or the City go to them and they beat them. It could be one of those.
Tall boy, though, what's his name?
Assassins.
Sebastas. What's his name again? The boy that they brought from Germany for like 70 million.
Oh, Szoboszlai,
him. Yeah, I think he's a quality, and I think they need to keep him fit. I think he's the link between that defense and attack. He's very, very good. He's got a great pass in him. He's got a great work rate. Yeah, I like him a lot. I think
agree.
He's very good.
And I think that's why, again, we've said this before, but from last season, that's what was missing from Liverpool. It was the midfield, and they've put it together now. So, it's going to be interesting season, as we say this all the time, because every week something new pops up and you think, oh, Liverpool, okay, we overlooked those at the beginning, but now they're doing this. Brighton, overlooked those guys. Tottenham.
Tottenham were a laughing stock, and then they sold Harry Kane, and now all of a sudden look at them. But
they're breaking free, and they're breaking free. So again, it's good to see the competition, and definitely not a Farmers League because so many teams can go up and win this league.
Absolutely.
Again, City, I don't think City are going to go invincible, so they will have at least one loss, and that will prove the difference. Really, a couple of losses here, a couple of draws there, that could prove a difference between Liverpool winning or Arsenal winning or whatever. So look, I don't have
Chelsea winning it.
Well, yeah, in 3 years' time or something. That's also cool. We'll talk about that when we get to it.
Episode 5,000.
5,000, yeah, exactly. We're finally sponsored by Harry's and Manscaped. So thank you for that. But
so then we're not Tash Mike guys. We're just shaving guys.
We're just shaving guys at that point. Yeah.
That sounds good. But bro, anything else?
No, I think I'm done with that. So just send us out, and we'll catch these guys on the next one.
Catch you on the next one. Yeah, brilliant. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. Stay safe, stay alert, and we'll definitely catch you on the next one.
Boom.
Peace.
Love it.